Hello, lovely people. Today is SMS number 48. SMS is 7 minutes sound bites even. Can't speak today. I've just got back from a lovely lunch with a new friend who's actually leaving for Mexico with her little baby. And so we were meeting up to wish her bon voyage and, a happy time on her maternity leave. And here I am back home, and I thought that I had something I wanted to say in this SMS, and it's to do with having a funeral for your older self. And when I mean older self, I mean your past self, your old self, not older self. That would be weird. How would you have a funeral for your older self? That kind of means like having a funeral for your future self, which is not what I meant at all. And this video was all about transformation, becoming a newer version of yourself, and actually respectfully saying goodbye to the older version of you who you are leaving behind. And that's what it's all about. So I quite like the idea of this, because for most of us, for most normal people, when we have our funeral, we're not actually there to witness it, and we probably, unless we're the Queen or some major statesperson, we don't really control how our funeral is going to be held. So this felt like quite an alternative way to have a ceremony to say goodbye to the version of ourselves that we are leaving behind. And I began to think, well, how would that work for me if I was to do that for me? Would it be a private thing? And I thought, yeah, it would be too weird to say to my friends, would you like to come and be part of this funeral I'm having for my old self? So I think it's going to be private. I think it's going to be an interesting exercise of looking back at the things I have done, the things that I did well, the things that I'm probably less proud of or less, delighted about, things that I have some regrets over, and of course we all have those, and things I want to forgive myself for and forgive other people for. I think that would be good. That would be a really good exercise. And then the other part of that would be the physical belongings. There's a lot of stuff that I have accumulated over the years, including some clothes that go back to more than 30 years ago. I know, unbelievable. Some of them even fit me still, but there are many that I probably will never wear again, and for whatever reason, there's some emotional attachment to those clothes and I have held on to them. And the question I have to ask myself is, why hold on to it if it's not going to be used in this next stage of my life? So I think there's going to be a massive purge of belongings, clothes, books, other things, bric-a-brac. And I think that would be really good. That would make way for new things, hopefully not too many new things, because I'm trying very much not to go into a new accumulation phase. I think it would be also really helpful to look at my own metaphorical backpack, the things that I have always wanted to do, but maybe haven't given myself permission to, or haven't had the time to, and make a list of those things. I have a wish list of the things that I would like to do in this next phase of my life. Who are the people that really have meant something to me, and find ways to let them know just how meaningful their presence in my life has been and the impact they have had on me up until now. And I think also make a list, or make a kind of create a vision of what this next phase of my life could look like. Now, these are not things obviously we would do in a funeral, but this is a funeral, and it's a kind of birth birthday celebration of a new version of me. And when I sort of say new version of me, I don't want you to think that suddenly something massively new is happening in my life, because actually yes and no. I think there's been a quiet change happening within me that I am beginning to notice. Makes me feel different, makes me look at myself differently, and makes me show up in the world in a slightly different way. It is probably not necessarily noticeable to anyone else. I don't know. Maybe it is and maybe it isn't. And that's not the point of it. I think the point is how I feel and how I acknowledge to myself that this is a new version of me, and I want to celebrate that, and I want to commemorate the version that I have been up until now, because without her I wouldn't be where I am today. So there's lots I'm very grateful for. The older me, the current me is very grateful and proud of the younger me and the things that she has done and she has dealt with, and the lessons that she has learned. So I think it's all of that. And I'd love to know what you think. I hope you don't think it's too morbid. When we talk about funerals, it's about death, but this is more a celebration of someone who I used to be, that I want to say goodbye to. Anyway, wishing you a wonderful weekend, and look after yourselves, and I'll be back again when I've got something interesting to say. Bye for now.